you like the new intro? I'm back, and today I decided to take today's video on a different direction. Taking a little bit of inspiration from Chaos Key 4013, today I'd like to introduce to you all one of my favorite people to watch here on YouTube.
Hello, I'm Johnny the Super Gamer Brothers, and welcome to the latest edition of the Month of Metroid series.
There he goes. Now it's just you and Matt.
Too many balls!
Or Base, who can't charge his gun or slide, but hot damn, he can fire in multiple directions. Oh, he can also dash like X in Mega Man X. Oh, he can double jump too. Okay, I'm picking Base first.
As you can see, I have a sword. I have a sword with me.
Hey, look at Shaft.
Ouch! Please tell me that's how you get every power up in this game.
How do zombies operate opening doors?
Like I said, anything you can put the rest of your mind to. Anyway, this bastard's ruthless. So I thought.
Juan Ortiz, from Philadelphia, born and raised, a video game reviewer over at his SomeCallMeJohnny channel, a professional animator, prolific and entertaining Let's Player on the Super Gaming Brothers, alongside his brother Elliot and best friend Matt, commentator on Brain Scratch commentaries, and I'm sure that's just the tip of the iceberg with this guy. If there's anyone out there whose opinion I hold in high regards, it's this guy's. Johnny is as entertaining as he is informative. His reviews never fail to make me laugh and always leave me wanting to play the games he's reviewing, especially the awful ones. And on his LP channel, any video on that channel's feed is synonymous with non-stop hilarity and good times. So today, for no good reason whatsoever, I felt like dedicating a video to one of my most respected internet personalities and video game reviewers of all time, and count down what are, in my opinion, the best moments and shenanigans in Johnny's time here on the internet. As of the date of this video, I'm counting the videos he's released until the end of John's Donators Marathon. And anything with Johnny in it counts, except for the Brain Scratch commentaries. As long as he had a hand in making, recording, editing, or whatever of a video, it counts. And if anyone out there watching this video also happens to be a fan of Johnny's, but disagrees with my choices, just remember that this is simply my opinion. And if you don't like it,
then make your own goddamn video!
Well, I believe that's enough chit-chat for me. So let's get this party started!
And now, it is once again time for Matthew Mattelli's Fun with Reading.
One day, Daniel and Alexander were torturing some people when they had an amnesia. I'm having an amnesia, Daniel says. Shitty, Alexandre said. Me too. Soon they forgot everything, even the grocery list, and the people they was torturing ran away. They had been dressing up that day, so Alexandre was wearing a pretty dress. For a lady, not a man dress at all. Normally, they would know that Alexandre was doing it ironically, but they had amnesia, so they didn't. I don't know WTF I am doing here, Daniel said slowly. Yeah, me too. I like her dress, Alexandre. It's pretty and pink. Why, thank you, Daniel. They smiled at each other and got a memory back. Alexandre, I'm thinking you must be my wife. It was a false memory. It was a false memory, but they didn't know this. Why, yes, I am definitely your wife, and you are not Daniel. You are Manuel.
This moment is as random as they come. Matt starts reading a god-awful amnesia fanfic, and suddenly the most boring segment in Arkham Asylum is granted gleeful random cheer. But the reason that it's on the bottom of this list is simply because the humor comes from an outside source, and doesn't really feel legit enough had it been spontaneous and made up on a spot. It's still a pretty funny moment nonetheless, though. Johnny's review of Ghosts and Goblins actually made me dread the dang thing without having even so much as touched it. But still, I find it a sign of a very good writer when he makes light of his own suffering while making said suffering believable for the audience. But then comes this part, and things are just taken over the edge.
Enjoying yourself,
Eat
Johnny?
a dick, you sick muppet!
Come now, you finally reached the final level. You got this far. Surely you can go the distance.
Have you even played this game before? I'd rather play Sonic 06 than slog through this unholy piece of programming.
That's sure to offend someone.
Nah, who cares?
The final 2 levels can seriously go fuck themselves, especially level 6. Ghosts that respawn at random locations, rematches with unicorns, dragons, ghosts that respawn at random locations, ogres shifting left and right with red devils awaiting at the end of each tower, hopping skeletons, ghosts that respawn in random locations, a double battle with 2 Satans, and ghosts that respawn in random locations! Out of all of the enemies you encounter on level 6, it is the goddamn ghost that made me lose every ounce of sanity I had left at this point of the game. Even when you try your damnedest to be as careful as you possibly can, trying your best to avoid projectiles, knowing where to jump to restock your broken armor, there's always that chance that a ghost could fucking blindside you by spawning directly in front of you, or when you're climbing a ladder where you can't defend yourself in the slightest. But that's not all. Let's talk about that shield item I mentioned earlier. You need to beat level 6 with the shield item equipped, which starts randomly dropping from enemies with pots starting at level 5. Otherwise, the game will tell you to fuck off, get the shield, and boot you back to the beginning of level 5. What the fuck? Why the previous level? It's not like it's impossible to get the shield in level 6. In fact, one always spawns on the floor where you have a rematch with the dragon boss. Even then, say you do get the shield in level 5, that won't mean shit as soon as you begin level 6, because the first boss you encounter in that stage is the unicorn, who, by the way, is immune to the shield weapon! That's precisely why they put this javelin weapon right before you fight him in the first place! The fact that you need the shield weapon to even beat level 6 is just plain horseshit! True, it's good at blocking projectiles, and I don't find its poor range to be that much of a hindrance, but if you accidentally pick up another weapon during the climb, which the game tries to make you do twice by the way, guess what? You're fucked! Only thing left to do is die, refight the unicorn with the javelin, defeat the dragon with the shield because it's immune to the javelin, and hope to God you make it through the climb with the ogres, the red devils, the respawning ghosts, and the 2 Satans. Oh, fuck!
Curse that insentient squealing! Aren't you finished yet? You've been on this one level for nearly 3 hours!
Throughout your adventure, you'll come across ancient-looking Chozo statues that contain unknown items that you can't immediately use because your suit is incompatible with it. But what kind of bullshit is that? But collecting these items does cause one of my favorite music pieces to play. Come on, wouldn't you just love to use that piece to increase the drama of any given situation? Hey, can you go grab me a Pepsi?
John, we've been out of Pepsi for a week.
Come on, hold it like this. No, come on. Up, down, down.
Pancakes. You owe me for this.
You know you can do this. And Ryan, you shut up. You gotta do this. Up, down, down. How many times have you did this already? How many times did you do this already?
Woo! Got it!
They must have really not wanted us to see that level select screen.
And I can see why. Look.
Mushroom Valley? Sandopolis? Flying Battery?
During the American localization process, Mr. Miyamoto decided to name Jumpman Mario, after his office landlord at the time, Mario Sega... is it Segali or is it Segali? Or is it... Segali. Whatever. You can't spell it without... Oh, shit.
I like this sound gag, since it establishes a good use of one's limited resources and the best timing to apply them. It's just a sound clip, but in the right circumstances, it really does create the intended atmospheric ambience, which just proves Johnny might just have a flair for cinema as well. As I've stated, Johnny's reviews are very informative, and one would assume that those kind of reviews tend to get a little bit boring, but not with Johnny behind the scripting, since he makes great use of humor to, let's just say, break the ice.
This is also where the dungeons get a little more complicated, and while I don't think it's anything too difficult thanks to the upgraded map features, there's still a select few that could really drive me up a wall. Fuck you, Ice Palace, I hate you! Fucking ice physics on the floor, there's spikes everywhere, conveyor belts, so many goddamn floors, and this godforsaken block puzzle that requires you to loop around a few rooms just to flick a switch to get this one door to open. And yes, I know I can technically use the Cane of Somaria from Dungeon 6 to make this puzzle a complete joke, but I didn't do that for this review, so I'm gonna bitch!
Damn
Are these my turns? Ellie, why don't you just go through the housing development and take it all down?
What the hell?
Go back! What the? Ellie, get out of the car. We must observe this.
Yeah, we really do. Get out of here.
How is it doing?
Cole Phelps, Houdini.
Oh.
I made it reappear.
Sometimes, the simplest things in a game can make for the most memorable of moments. And this moment right here portrays just that. Only with these three guys, this finding a random glitch make you feel like you've seen the funniest thing in the world. During Johnny's 2014 Sonic Hack contest, there was some really weird shit being played. And I mean some really trippy, crawling up the walls weird shit. One game that turned out to be the tamest, but the funniest far none, was Sonic the Very Useful Engine. And in this hacked ROM game,
everything is Thomas.
The rings are Thomas, the Batniks are Thomas, wall patterns are Thomas, Robotnik is Thomas. For Christ's sake, the effing Chaos Emeralds are Thomas Emeralds. But one of the best things about this ROM hack is the freaking drowning music.
The drowning music?
Yeah.
The music's not speeding up.
Wait, what happened? What happened? I'm confused.
I'm watching the stream so I can see it.
That was beautiful.
Alright, Donnie, you said...
The universally bashed movie tie-in games. You hate them, I hate them. Even Johnny hates them. Why he did a review on one of the Saw games, I'll never know. And yeah, it's as bad as you'd think. Between some colorful banter between Johnny and Jigsaw, as John proceeds to spank this game's buttocks, comes the issue of the traps. And let's just say that if things already didn't look pretty by this point, oh boy.
However, one type of puzzle you will encounter the most is this type of puzzle, in which you need to redirect the electrical current with these wires so that all the red lights become green. And this type of puzzle can burn it out! Seriously, this type of puzzle is incredibly overused and is even worse when you're under a time limit, which is almost all of the time! I mean, hell, it's bad enough when they throw you really complicated ones, but to throw 2 or 3 at once under a ridiculously short time limit is just a real ball kicker. Is it really so hard for you to crank up the variation of puzzles, or is your budget really tanked since the last Saw movie?
You're an asshole.
Finally, the further you progress, the more ridiculous the situations become. The amount of shit this game expects you to do in such a short amount of time is insane. If it isn't dealing with solving these frustrating as all hell puzzles, it's doing it in a room full of poisonous gas, complete with another guy trying to kill you. Finally, I made it through and... You know, you're a real dick, you know that?
Sticks and stones, Johnny.
God, are we almost done? My arms are starting to chafe. No, fuck that. No, I do not want to play the game anymore. No, I refuse. No, I don't want to play the game anymore. No, I don't want to.
We gotta finish it.
Again, as I stated before, among many talents, John so happens to be an animator. I mean, the guy did graduate from Philly's Art Institute, and from the many animations he's done throughout the years, this next one is just heavy-duty, grade A, awesome sauce steak. All of that steak, you know what I'm saying? Also, a little bit of a warning here, if you have a history of seizures, you might want to skip this.
What you're seeing now is my normal state. This is a Super Saiyan.
Oh, what a useless transformation. You've changed your hair, so what?
And this is to go even further beyond!
Okay, when John's not talking about Metroid or Zelda, he's talking about Sonic. And as a longtime Sonic fan, Sonic himself found a way to sum up my feelings about the Sonic fanbase in 2 separate occasions.
Hey look, I guess Sonic was trying to appear in Dragon Ball Z after all.
Completely weird and creepy.
Good lord, this is what the Warthog should have looked like.
Aw, chibi Sonic.
Yeah, a bit too cute.
Sonic has gray eyes? For the Dreamcast era, we have Speed Highway, City Escape, and Seaside Hill. It isn't Dreamcast. This era needs a more suitable name. Let's see. Roller Coaster area, Lanky Legs era, Friends era. The Green Eyes era. That's something everyone can get down with.
Pissing off the Sonic fanbase. I mean, what is this? 2009?
Metroid Prime 3 loves to constantly remind you that you're playing this game on the Nintendo Wii by having you use motion controls to perform rather mundane tasks. Press those key codes! Shoot those targets! Twist that panel! Calibrate that panel! Shoot the specific enemy! Rip off that panel! Again! 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 Pump that son bitch up!
And here's another prime example of how Johnny manages to be both critical and straight out hilarious in his analysis. Plus, his Mario impersonation puts me in stitches. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare your lungs for Mr. Matthew Mattelli!
You heard. Coming your way.
Oh my god!
Elliot, go boom.
Good thing there's the. Oh, I wanted some rings. I need. What? Oh my god! Oh my god! This is bullshit! Bullshit, man!
I must have left myself unconscious. Holy shit! You know what? We're so close to the beginning of the stage anyway. I could. That was worth the laugh.
Oh my god!
Come on, let's move on. Come on. It's like suddenly the level. Joker, yeah? Infected the room with flash gas. Our first casualty, Matthew Mattelli.
This is just the type of situation that starts off as just plain silly and quickly derails to a major laughter infection. And poor Matt almost knocking himself out from laughing so hard just makes it even worse.
There are 3 other tiers of minigames to play, but you gotta unlock them first via single player, and you gotta play a lot of minigames in order to get them.
Okay, boys, so what'll it be?
How about Tank Wars?
No, let's do Medieval Mayhem.
You oblivious assholes. Those games are locked. Looks like it's Pogo Pandemonium for the 8th time.
You fuck!
I really do love how John makes these little cutaway scenes just to drive a point across. It definitely works in benefit of his visual style of reviewing, and it most definitely keeps things from going stale. Also, Mark's acting there is just precious. You know you fucked up big time when even fans can make better sense out of the timeline you've established better than yourself. And here's how Johnny called Sega out on their own bullshit.
Okay, just to bring up this point because I know someone out there will, but Sonic 2006 was originally meant to be a continuity reboot for the Sonic universe. We would have had all the characters from Adventure 1 and onward with none of the backstory, and while this would explain why Shadow would ever consider joining forces with Gun, or how Shadow is supposedly the one who was meant to seal Mephiles 10 years ago in the past, this concept is completely thrown out the window with Sonic Generations, which treats Sonic 06 as canon alongside every other 3D Sonic game. Oops. Well, since this isn't a reboot, then that means Shadow, at some point or another, snuck out of Prison Island one night, visited Soliana because he read on the brochure that the food was good, and helped the Duke of Soliana seal Mephiles inside the Scepter of Darkness. Shadow then returned back to his sleeping tube back on Prison Island, where in 10 years' time, Dr. Eggman will release him, kicking off the events of Sonic Adventure 2. Time travel is bullshit! Why time travel? That's almost never a good plot device, because if it's done incorrectly, which is very easy to do, shit like this can happen. And we're not even done with the story yet.
Logic, son. Also, nice product placement there, Johnny. And no matter how much you retcon the stuffing out of that ending, people will never forget the retardation that was Sonic 06's plot, Sega.
I don't care what happens to the world.
You crazy bitch!